Anything? Any doubt? Yeah. So we learned about SN diagram. Then we learned about various analysis like Gerber method, the Soderberg's method, and Goodman's method. And then they said that the Soderberg's method is widely used because it uses yield stress as reference. Now, today we are going to derive the expression of Soderberg's relation. Okay, expression for Soderberg's equation, that is essentially given by KFT into sigma amplitude divided by ABC into sigma endurance plus sigma mean divided by sigma yield is equal to 1 by factor of safety. This is Soderberg's equation to solve problems for the members which are subjected to fatigue loading. Can you see the things clearly on the board? Can you see whatever I have written on the board clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Someone please say yes, because internet connection sometimes it is not okay. Okay. So we need to derive this expression of Soderberg's. So for that, if you recall the curves that we took for Gerber's, Goodman, and Soderberg, I extract Soderberg's curve from there. That is what we have is sigma A in y-axis, sigma m in x-axis. So this is the line indicating Soderberg. This is the endurance stress, and this is yield stress. I take it as O, A, and C, something like that. I call these 3 points as OAC. Now I choose any arbitrary point, I call it as B, for which the coordinates are sigma A here on y-axis and then sigma m on x-axis. I call this point as D. Okay? Are you there with me? Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, considering triangles OAC and DBC, okay, that is, consider similar triangles OAC and DBC. Okay, what I can write is OA by OC is equal to what? DB by DC or CD. Is that okay? This is what I can write. I now cross multiply this. So what I'm going to get is CD by OC is equal to DB by OA. I rewrite this as DB by OA is equal to, this CD is nothing but OC minus OD, that I can write. Okay, CD is equal to OC minus OD will give me the value of CD. So therefore, what I write is OC minus OD will give me CD divided by OC. Now, what is DB here? DB is sigma A. What is OA? OA is endurance stress. Sigma endurance is equal to, what is OC? OC is yield stress, sigma Y, minus OD is sigma mean divided by OC is again sigma Y. So that is sigma Y. When I rewrite this, what I am going to get is sigma A by sigma endurance is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma m by sigma Y. What I do now is sigma mean by sigma yield, I am going to take it to the left hand side. Then what I am going to get is sigma A by sigma endurance plus sigma mean by sigma yield stress is equal to 1. Okay? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now what we have equation is stress amplitude, endurance stress, mean stress, yield stress is equal to 1. Suppose if we consider design stresses, that is considering design stresses. Considering design stresses, what will happen? Sigma endurance design will be equal to sigma endurance divided by factor of safety N. Okay. Similarly, sigma yield design yield stress is equal to sigma yield by factor of safety. Is that okay? So if I consider design stresses, design endurance stress will be equal to endurance divided by factor of safety. Similarly, design yield stress will be equal to yield stress divided by factor of safety. So these two parameters I am going to incorporate in the above equation. Then what happens to the equation above that? That's going to be stress amplitude divided by sigma endurance divided by N. That will go to numerator plus sigma mean stress divided by sigma y into N is equal to 1. So now I take N common, transfer it to right hand side. What I am going to get is sigma amplitude divided by sigma endurance plus sigma mean by sigma y is equal to 1 by factor of safety. Is that okay? I can do that now. Now, what I am going to do is, I am going to rearrange this equation by considering stress concentration factor. And what are the factors that affect fatigue? Can anyone tell me what are the factors affecting the fatigue strength? Yesterday in the previous class we have studied. What are the factors that, yeah?
Size, surface
Yeah.
finish,
Yeah?
temperature, and stress
Yeah.
concentration.
Yeah, that is majorly it is load factor, size factor, and surface finish factor and stress concentration. So considering all those parameters, that is considering, okay, stress concentration, then load factor, which is denoted as capital A, okay, and then size factor, which is denoted as capital B, and surface finish factor, okay, surface finish factor, that is denoted by capital C. Stress concentration factor is denoted by KFT, okay, KFT, that is fatigue stress concentration factor, load factor, size factor, and surface finish factor. So these factors will affect what? It will affect endurance strength, correct? That means the endurance stress value will get decreased because of these parameters. So therefore, the equation becomes KFT into amplitude divided by ABC into sigma endurance plus sigma mean divided by sigma yield, that is equal to 1 by factor of safety. This is the Soderberg's equation. That is Soderberg's equation given by KFT, that is fatigue stress concentration factor, into stress amplitude divided by load factor, size factor, surface finish factor, into endurance stress plus mean stress divided by yield stress is equal to 1 by factor of safety. Are you with me? Are you with me now? Are you there? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are the values for A, B, C if not given in the problem? We need to assume for A to be equal to 0.85 if it is axial loading, okay? 0.85 if it is axial loading, that is load acting along the axis, we take as 0.85, and A is equal to 0.6 for bending, okay? That is when it is subjected to bending moment, we take A to be equal to 0.6 if not given, and A is equal to 1 for, what is the next one? That is for torsion, correct? Is it okay? I mean, this is for torsion, 0.6 is for torsion, and 1 for bending. Okay? So 0.6 because torsion load is more severe, and 1 for bending. That means in bending, it does not have effect. And then B will be equal to 0.85 for all types of loading. Okay? For all types of loading, B will be equal to 0.85 and C is equal to 0.85 for all loadings except for mirror finish. That is, C will be equal to 1 for mirror polished specimen. That is, mirror polished specimen. And the value of KFT is equal to 1 unless otherwise mentioned to consider the stress concentration factor in the member. Is it okay? That is, A is equal to 0.85 for axial loading, A is equal to 0.6 for torsion, A is equal to 1 for bending, B is equal to 0.85 for all types of loading, whether it is axial, bending or torsion. C is equal to 0.85 except for mirror polished specimen when C is equal to 1. What does that mean? C is equal to 1 means what? What do we understand by C is equal to 1 there?
There is no roughness.
That is?
Mirror finish, no surface roughness there.
No. See, for mirror polished surface finish will be so high that it will not have impact on endurance strength. That's it. Okay? So that's why the surface finish is a very, very important parameter in design and manufacturing. Okay, for you to see that the component lasts for a long time. So therefore, if you look at gears, okay, gears will have gear grinding. Most of the gears, except for tractor gears, they go for gear grinding. That is to make the gear teeth very smooth so that the fatigue life of the gears are larger. So surface finish plays a major role. So therefore, if it is mirror polished specimen, then the surface finish factor will have no impact on endurance strength. Okay? So this is the Soderberg relation, and KFT, if not given, to be taken as equal to 1. Okay? Are you there with me? Are you there? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'll just recap. So what I have taken is the Soderberg line. This is the Soderberg line. If you recall the previous class, this is the Soderberg line. Yield stress is the reference. Okay? OAC are the points. A point A is endurance strength. Consider any point with coordinates sigma A and sigma M. Then go for similar triangles OAC and BDC. Okay. So OA by OC will be equal to BD by CD. So I've just substituted, done restructuring and then substituted the relevant values. And here, considering design stresses, endurance design will be equal to endurance strength by factor of safety. Design yield stress is yield stress by factor of safety. Substitute, we'll get the basic equation. Then considering the factors which would affect endurance strength, so the equation can be modified with those values. And where n is equal to what? N is equal to factor of safety. Okay? N is equal to factor of safety. Is it okay? Are you there? Please note down the derivation completely. Is it visible in total?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please note down. Please note down step by step. In time, answer your roll call. 1, 1. Sai Sumant. 2.
Present, sir.
Be louder. 3.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Yeah, is it 3?
Yes, sir. I'm Abhishek.
Okay.
3.
Okay. 4. Adarsh Desai. 5. 6.
5. Yes, sir.
6.
Present, sir.
7. Akshay Jadhav. Akshay Jadhav. If you don't answer, I assume that you are switched on and gone elsewhere, right? So no presence for that. Yeah, 8.
Present, sir.
9.
Present, sir.
10.
Present, sir.
11. Biban. 12.
Present, sir.
13.
Present, sir.
14.
Present, sir.
15.
Present, sir.
16. 17. 18. 19.
Present, sir.
What number?
19, sir.
Okay. 20.
Present, sir.
21. Ritik Shah. 22.
Present, sir.
23.
Yes, sir.
24. Chaitanya Vamshi. 25. 26.
Present, sir.
27. 28. 30. 31. 32. 33.
Present, sir.
34.
Yes, sir.
35. 36.
Yes, sir. 36.
38. 39.
Yes, sir.
40.
Yes, sir.
41. 42.
Yes, sir.
43.
Yes, sir.
44. 46. 47.
Yes, sir.
48.
Yes, sir.
49.
Yes, sir.
50.
Yes, sir.
52. 53.
Yes, sir.
54.
Yes, sir. Present.
55. 56.
Present, sir.
57. 59. 58. 59. 60.
Yes, sir.
61. 62.
Yes, sir.
63.
Present, sir.
65. 66.
Present, sir.
67. Saksham Singh. Chaitanya.
Yes, sir.
Madiwal. Nishant. Ramesh. Shashank.
Yes, sir.
Shashank. Shashank.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Akshat.
Yes, sir.
Present, sir.
South. Who?
Akshat.
Oh yeah. Sautrik Roy. Mahima.
Present, sir.
Srivatsan.
Present, sir.
Suman Xavier. Madan Kumar. Madan Kumar.
Present, sir. Friend, sir. Friend, sir.
Manu. Shadab Khan. Ganesh R. Vijay Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Rishi, Zahir Hussain,
Present, sir.
noted down. Yeah. Now, please come to take out your data handbook, the pages that I have supplied to you. Look at equation number 2.21a in page number 25. Okay. Go to page number 25. Go to page number 25. Are you there? Yeah, page number 25. If you go, the Soderberg relation for ductile material. KFT sigma A by ABC sigma endurance plus sigma mean by yield stress by is equal to 1 by n. So this equation is given by equation number 2.21 C in page number 25. Okay, and Goodman's relation. So the Goodman relation is replaced by the yield stress is replaced by ultimate stress for Goodman relation. Okay, have you noted down this? Have you noted down? I'll remove this. Okay. Yeah. The Goodman relation, this is Soderberg relation, KFT into sigma A divided by ABC sigma endurance plus mean stress divided by sigma U, okay, is equal to 1 by n. So this is Soderberg's, Goodman's relation. So if both yield stress and ultimate stress are given, we need to find out parameters using both Soderberg's equation and Goodman's equation. So this is given by equation number 2.21a in page number 25. Please look there for the equations. Yeah. For ductile materials, you look at for ductile materials. Okay, there only has given you the value of A, value of B, and value of C. Okay, B has not given you correction factor, but we can take it as 0.85. And please note down. Have you noted down the equations? And the mean stress and average stress are given by equations 2.16a. That is sigma mean, okay, is given by sigma max plus sigma minimum. Please note down these equations also. Divided by 2. Sigma amplitude is sigma max minus sigma minimum divided by 2. What is this equation number? Sigma mean, someone tell me. Go to page number 23. Sigma mean is equal to sigma max plus sigma minimum divided by 2 given by equation 2.16a in page number 23. And equation for amplitude is given by 2.16 what? B in page number 23. Okay. What else you need? Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ashtesh Nadilla. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Darshan. Darshan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Vagmesh, Rajwal. Please note down these equations again. Note down Goodman's relation. Note down sigma n, sigma a. We will take up a problem now. Darshan,
Yes, sir.
please read the equation for equation of Soderberg relation.
KFT into sigma A by ABC into sigma minus 1 plus sigma M by sigma Y equal to 1 by N.
1 by n. Okay. Right. What is sigma mean?
Sigma max plus sigma min by 2.
Yeah. And Sanjay Gowda. Yeah, Sanjay Gowda, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Please
sir. Yes.
read equation for equation given by Goodman's relation.
Sigma M equals sigma max plus sigma minus.
Sanjay Gowda, I asked you to read the equation as given by Goodman's. That is by changing mean stress to ultimate stress. What is the equation given by Goodman's?
KFT into sigma A divided by ABC into sigma minus 1 plus sigma M by sigma Y equals 1 by N.
Is it Goodman's relation?
Yes, sir.
Look, that's what you are not there. You people are not there. When I am telling 3 times, I said change the equation, given the equation number as 2.21a, you people are with data handbook, sit with alertness. Okay? If you are somewhere else, as I said, this is not arts or humanities class. Okay? You have to know, you have to be alert, you should know the equations, try to understand. What is it that is there in
sigma
the
U, sir.
Yeah, what is this?
Sigma U.
Huh?
Sigma U, sir.
What does sigma U stands for? Sigma U means sigma ultimate, that's all, ultimate strength and yield strength. There are 2 things in stress strain diagram. One is yield stress, another is ultimate strength. Third one is fracture strength, correct? So what is this ultimate strength, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. What is stress amplitude in that case? Next, stress amplitude is?
Sigma max minus sigma minimum by 2.
Divided by 2. Okay. Now, Vasudevan, Prayag.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, for if I use Soderberg relation, what are the things that I need to find out? I have to find out sigma amplitude, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, how do I get sigma amplitude?
So from the equation sigma max minus sigma minimum by 2.
So that means here, what are the 2 things that I need to find out for a problem?
Sigma max and sigma min.
So sigma max is what?
The maximum stress.
Maximum stress. So that we get by maximum load divided by area of cross section, correct?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, how do we get minimum stress?
The minimum force by
P minimum divided by
area.
Okay. All right. Similarly, if it is bending, what we need to get is sigma max will be equal to maximum bending moment divided by section modulus. Sigma minimum is equal to minimum bending moment divided by section modulus. I think you better note it down. Better note it down this also. Okay. For axial loading. Okay. Let me go a little more deeper. Okay. For axial loading, sigma max will be equal to what? P max divided by area of cross section. Sigma minimum is equal to P minimum, that is minimum load divided by area of cross section. So for bending or for bending stress or transverse load, okay, sigma B max will be equal to M max divided by section modulus, correct? And sigma B minimum will be equal to bending moment minimum divided by section modulus. Okay? And then for torsional load, okay? For torsional loading, what do we get? Tau max will be equal to what? 16 T max, maximum torsional moment divided by pi d cube, and tau minimum will be equal to 16 minimum torsional moment divided by phi d cube. Okay, so these are the three things that we should know. So if it is axial loading, sigma max will be equal to P max by A, minimum is P minimum by A, and you find out sigma max and sigma minimum, get the value of stress mean and stress amplitude, substitute amplitude and mean stress into Soderberg relation, and then solve for given parameter. Are you with me? Are you with me? And this is for bending and this is for torsion. Okay, please note down these equations. Please note down these equations. Please note down the equations. Finished up? Finished?
Yes, sir.
Shall we take up a problem now? Please go through these equations. Please go through these equations. Take 2 minutes. Go through these equations. So we need to find out maximum stress, minimum stress. We know for axial loading how to calculate stresses. For bending, how do we calculate stress? For torsional load, how to calculate stress, we know. Find out amplitude and mean, substitute into Soderberg relation, get the required parameter from Soderberg relation or Goodman's relation. Remember, if both yield and ultimate stresses values are given, we need to use both Soderberg relation as well as Goodman's relation to find the parameter. Is that okay? Fine. Please go through the equations. Okay, I think let's take up a problem now. Note down. A SAE 1045 steel rod, a SAE 1045, SAE 1045 steel rod, SAE 1045 steel rod is subjected to a tensile load, is subjected to a tensile load that varies from 60 kilonewton, 60 kilonewton to 120 kilonewton, 60 kilonewton to 120 kilonewton. Full stop. The material has ultimate stress of, the material has ultimate stress of, the material has ultimate stress of 586 megapascal. The material has ultimate stress of 586 megapascal, comma, yield stress of, yield stress of 309.9 megapascal. 309.9 megapascal and endurance stress of 290 megapascal. 290 megapascal. So stop. Find the diameter of the rod. Find the diameter of the rod. Find the diameter of the rod, taking FOS as 2. Taking FOS as 2. Taking FOS as 2. Avasti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read the problem. Read the problem, I say. Avasti. Nonsense.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
What? Just a minute. You're extracting a problem
Sir.
from your friend.
Sir, no, sir.
Then what? Narendra, Sadanand,
Yes, sir.
read the problem.
Say 1045 steel rod is subjected to a tensile load that varies from 60 kilonewton to 120 kilonewton.
Yeah,
The
60
material-
kilonewton to
120 kilonewton.
which is maximum load and which is minimum load here?
120 kilonewton is a maximum load.
1 minute. That is P max.
Maximum.
Minimum load is what?
60 kilonewton.
60 kilonewton. Okay, next step.
The material has an ultimate stress of 586 megapascal,
Okay,
yield stress of 309.9 megapascal,
okay,
and endurance stress of 290 megapascal.
fine.
Find the diameter of the rod taking the factor of safety as 2.
Right? 2. Okay. So this is the data that is given in the problem. Minimum load is 60 kilonewton, maximum load is 120 kilonewton. So it is subjected to axial loading. Ultimate stress, yield stress, endurance strength are all given, and factor of safety is given. As I said, if both yield and ultimate stress are given, we need to find the diameter using both Soderberg relation as well as Goodman's relation. Is that okay? And we know it is P max and P minimum. From Soderberg relation, I need to find out sigma amplitude and sigma mean, because I know the value of endurance strength given in the problem, yield stress is given in the problem, factor of safety is given in the problem. So I need to find out sigma mean and sigma amplitude. For that, I need to find out sigma max and sigma minimum. So to find out sigma max and sigma minimum, what I can do, I can use these equations, that is sigma max will be equal to P max by area of cross section, because area of cross D I can get from A is equal to pi d square by 4, because the circular rod he has given you. So I retain A as it is throughout, and at the end I equate it pi d square by 4 to get the value of diameter, right? So sigma max will be 120 into 10 power 3 divided by A is sigma max. Okay? And sigma minimum is given by P minimum divided by area of cross section. So therefore sigma minimum will be equal to 60 into 10 power 3 Newton divided by area of cross section. Right? Find out mean. Sigma mean will be sigma max plus sigma minimum by 2. That is 120 plus 60. Correct? How much it is going to be? 180 into 10 power 3 divided by A will be the maximum stress means stress amplitude will be sigma max minus sigma minimum. That is 120 minus 60. That's going to be 60 into 10 power 3 divided by area of cross section. Okay. So I got sigma max, sigma minimum, mean stress and stress amplitude. Now I substitute that value into Soderberg relation. Okay.
Sigma mean and amplitude will be 90 into 10 power 3 and 60 into 10. 30 into 10 power 3.
It is divided by 2, no? Yeah. Sorry, it is divided by 2. So sigma max divided by 2. So therefore, it is going to be 90 and this is going to be 30. Correct? Because it is sigma max plus sigma minimum divided by 2. So therefore, 120 plus 60 divided by 2 is 180 by 2, that's 90. And 60 by 2 is 30. Yeah. Now substitute the values of my sigma mean and stress amplitude into Soderberg relation. As we have discussed earlier, fatigue stress concentration factor we are going to take as equal to 1 if not given. So therefore, from Soderberg relation, 1 into stress amplitude is how much? 30 into 10 power 3 divided by A, and the value of A for axial loading is how much? So load factor is 0.85 into B is 0.85 into C is how much? 0.85 into area of cross section plus mean stress is how much? 90 into 10 power 3 divided by area of cross section into yield stress value here is 309.9 is equal to 1 by factor of safety. So get the value of A here and then get that is equal to pi d squared by 4. So therefore, D is equal to give me the value. Similarly, substitute the value of ultimate stress here and here endurance stress I missed out, that is into 290 in denominator, correct? Into 290 also will come over there. Okay, because endurance strength is there. Similarly, substitute for ultimate stress from here. Get the value of diameter on similar lines. Get me the value of diameter now. Substitute A, that is A here and this is area of cross section. Don't get confused. This is load factor capital A, size factor, surface finish factor into 290 into area of cross section which is from sigma amplitude. Okay, stress amplitude is 13 to 10 power 3 by A. Okay, plus mean stress is 90 into 10 power 3 by A into we have yield stress of 309.9 that is equal to 1 by factor of safety that is 1 by 2. Give me the value of diameter now. As per Soderberg relation. I read clearly. Sigma endurance is 290 plus sigma mean is 90 into 10 power 3 by A into yield stress value is 309.9 that is equal to 1 by 2 that is factor of safety. Okay. So what is that we get over there? So further simplifying, what I got is 168.4 by A plus 290.4 by A is equal to 1 by 2, and then from there I get A is equal to 917.63 mm square, that we equate it to pi d squared by 4. So therefore, diameter is equal to what I got is What is the value of diameter you get?
34.18.
34.18.
34.18. That is rounded off to 35 mm. Okay. Similarly, by using Goodman's relation, by using Goodman's relation, 1 into 30 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.85 to the power 3 into A into 290 plus mean stress is 90 into 10 power 3 by A into ultimate stress is 586 megapascal, that is equal to 1 by 2. So from this, I'm going to get the value of A. Maybe one more step I'll give you. Okay. 168.4 by A plus 153.6 by A is equal to 1 by 2. So A is equal to how much? 643.96 mm square is what I got. So therefore, equal to pi square by 4, D will be equal to how much? What is the value of D from Goodman's relation?
28.63.
Yeah, 28.63. That is 28.6 rounded off to 29 millimeters. Okay. Others, please note down. Please note down. Anybody? Any doubt in this? This is by using Goodman's relation. This is by using Soderberg relation. This 0.85 cube I have just taken, instead of writing for the entire length, I have taken 0.85 to the power 3. It is 0.85 to 0.85 to 0.85 for load factor, size factor and surface finish factor. Others, please note down. If you have any problem, let me know. Chinmayi, are you able to do?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mahima Raj?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Rakshit? Rakshit, are you able to do?
Yes, sir.
Chaitanya Patel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂದೆ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್. ಹಾ ಸರ್. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
We'll go to the next problem. Take this problem.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah. Finished, huh? Shall we go to the next problem?
Yes, sir. This one, how do we, which diameter should we consider? Should we write in the last which one to consider or something?
Yeah. Now, what is that we have discussed earlier? Do you remember, Chinmay?
Yes, larger diameter.
Yeah, exactly. Larger dimension is what is to be considered for safe design. Okay. So therefore, we need to use 35 mm diameter, right? That's why, because why we get more diameter here is because he uses yield stress as the reference. Whereas in Goodman relation, he uses ultimate stress as the reference. So therefore, the diameter comes from, because the stress value that he takes to be considered is larger. I mean, the strength he takes it as more, whereas here, the moment it starts yielding, he considers it as a failure, right? So therefore, we need more diameter when we consider lesser value of strength. Okay. Take the next problem.
Yes, sir.
This was asked for 10 marks. A steel rod within brackets, sigma u is equal to 1089.5. Sigma u is equal to 1089.5 megapascal. Close the bracket. Continue. Sigma y is equal to 689.4 megapascal. Sigma y is equal to 689.4 megapascal, and sigma endurance is equal to 427.6 megapascal. Note down those three values. A steel rod, ultimate stress of 1089.5 megapascal, yield stress of 689.4 megapascal, endurance stress of 427.6 megapascal, close the bracket. He is subjected to tensile load. Which varies from 120 kilonewton to 70 kilonewton. Tensile load which varies from 120 kilonewton to 70 kilonewton. Sorry, 40 kilonewton. Make a correction there. 40 kilonewton. 120 kilonewton to 40 kilonewton. Full stop. Design the safe diameter of the rod. Design the safe diameter of the rod. Design the safe diameter of the rod using Soderbergh's diagram. Using Soderbergh's diagram. Adopt FOS is equal to 2. Adopt FOS is equal to 2. K sigma is equal to 1. Load factor is equal to 0.75. Size factor is equal to 0.85. And C is equal to, yes, given in the problem, C to be equal to 0.91. C is equal to 0.91. A is equal to 0.75. B is equal to 0.85. C is equal to 0.91. Charishma, are you there? All up on you?
Yes, sir.
So yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah. All up.
Yes, sir.
Please read the problem. Others, please.
A steel rod with sigma u equal to 1089.5 megapascal, sigma y equal to 689.4 megapascal, and sigma -1 is equal to 427.6 megapascal is subjected
Don't
to
read it as sigma -1. Read it as endurance strength.
Okay, endurance stress is subjected to tensile load which varies from 120 kilonewton to 40 kilonewton.
Okay.
Design the safe diameter of the rod using Soderbergh's diagram. Adopt FOS equal to 2, K sigma equal to 1, A is equal to 0.75, B equal to 0.85, C equal to 0.91.
Yeah. On similar lines, using Soderbergh relation, get me the diameter. You are left with another 5 minutes. Complete the problem and let me know the diameter. All of you please solve on similar lines. You are given with P max and P minimum. Find out sigma minimum and sigma maximum. Find out mean stress. Find out ultimate stress amplitude. Go to Soderberg relation. Substitute the given values. Get me the diameter there. Please give me the value of diameter. This was asked in video exam for 10 marks. It's such a simple problem. (160 divided by 2 is 80 into 10 power 3 by A. Sigma amplitude 120 minus 40 is 80 divided by 2 is 40 10 power 3 by A. Okay. So 1 into stress amplitude is 40 into 10 power 3 by, so 0.75, 0.85, 0.91 into A into endurance strength is 427.6 plus mean stress 80 into 10 power 3 divided by A into yield stress is 689.4 is equal to 1 by 2. What is the value of A and what is the value of D?
A is 554.58.
Okay. D.
Is 36.57.
D is 36 point. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Others, please find sigma max is 120 kilonewton divided by A. Minimum stress is 40 kilonewton by A. Mean stress is sigma max plus sigma minimum by 2. That is 120 plus 40 divided by 2. That amounts to 80. 10 power 3 anyway is common. So 80 into 10 power 3 is mean stress. Stress amplitude is sigma max minus sigma minimum by 2. That is 120 minus 40 is 80 divided by 2 is 40 into 10 power 3 by A. Substitute in Soderberg relation, get the value of diameter. Is it okay? Is that fine? Anybody needing time? Note down, others please note down the values. Those who have noted down, you can leave. Okay? I think time is up. Please note down.